This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and while I can't say for sure that this is the weirdest movie I've seen while here, it sure as hell is up there. For Your Height Only is a Filipino action espionage movie from 1981 directed by Eddie Nicart that puts a relatively creative spin on the James Bond formula by casting, I forget what's considered safe for YouTube, but the guy is like 2.5 feet tall. Anyways, his name is Agent 00, and he's up against a plot to take over the world by a shadowy figure named Mr. Giant. He's not alone, of course. Along with a number of gadgets with oddly specific uses, he's also got the help of other agents and Bond girl equivalents, including a woman named Irma who has infiltrated Mr. Giant's gang. Most of all, though, Agent 00 has one of the greatest advantages here: his own height. Despite the rather sensational and exploitative nature of the very concept of the movie, it actually doesn't dwell too much on that idea. Granted, it's impossible to ignore the height of lead actor Wang Wang, and the movie does make light of it at any opportunity. But it's also not treated in a shocking manner by people within the film, or as something to feel sorry about. Instead, it's given a more normalized treatment, with the various happenings within scenes either ignoring any obvious callouts, or, as is the case in action scenes, using it to the advantage of the character. There's quite a good amount of action, making for a fun ride as the story progresses, but it's also structured pretty thinly as a result of this focus on those scenes. Everything seems to just happen because it ought to happen in a Bond movie, or in any spy movie for that matter, and scenes tend to just come and go without any steady flow between them. Again, it's not unentertaining, just kind of haphazard. Like I said before, the fact that the various gadgets have specific uses kind of foreshadows the part where they're only used once and then never again. Still, that's the kind of creative decision within the movie that gives it a sense of outsider charm. For Your Height Only isn't afraid at all to show how small, how little, how cheap its actual production budget is. Pretty much everything is shot on location, using whatever already exists in the environment as a prop or a set piece, which adds a rather fun element to the proceedings, as Agent 00 uses everything around him to his benefit. Cinematography is generally flat, though there are some good visual gags made at times, revolving, of course, around Wang Wang's height. Editing is also pretty mechanical, perhaps even a bit hands-off, whether to let the fighting and acrobatics go uninterrupted, or because they couldn't afford to do a lot of takes. Either way, it all comes together in a rather fun manner, showing a great amount of love for the genre and a desire to tell the kind of story that the filmmakers wanted to see, with a concept that can only be done by people who apparently have no desire to make a movie marketable to wider audiences on surface-level merits alone. At least they had a sense of respect about it, I guess. For Your Height Only, Eddie Nicart, 1981. 3.5 stars. I'd say that it's worth giving a watch. That's it for me. If you like this review, leave a like. If you have something to add, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. This is a pretty weird movie, but once you get past the main gimmick, it really is something you can sit back and enjoy.